Shalom, 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 shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all the honors, the praises, the glory belongs to my Lord and Savior. His name is Yahweh Ba'isham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Mahavakar Kwadash. The name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, and his Son's name is Yahweh Shai, in who I reverence, and honors to the apostles that are in the Holy Spirit, and to the hopeful elect across the globe, and to the few brothers and sisters listening and also learning in the hopes of being saved within these last days. Without further ado, we're going to flow with the Spirit. I hope this is going to be edifying. I'm not going to go too deep. This is going to be based basically on the mark of the beast system, which they don't want us speaking about, right? The mark of the beast system. And we're going to get into the technological side of it. And why are people acting the way they act? Why are people acting all malfunctioned? We're going to go into it. When a lot of people think about technology, it's in the scriptures. There's a spiritual side of technology. It's not separate from the scriptures. So the title, what we're going to call the title? I don't know what we're going to call the title, but just put Mark of the Beast here, right? We're going to flow today. We're just going to flow with the Spirit today. And Lord, when this will be edifying, right? Mark of the Beast. Mark of Beast. All right. Mark of the Beast. So we're going to start on Revelations 13 and 16. And you're going to be edified. 100%. This is Revelations 13. And we're going to jump straight to verse 15. Right? Go to 14. Right? And he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by means of those miracles. Who? Right? Who's deceiving those? All right? The beast. All right? Which is the system, which is Esau, which is NATO. By means of those miracles. So the people, you can't get mad. They're deceived by the miracles of the serpent. And these miracles, what are they done by? How are they doing these miracles? We go into Thessalonians, right? Lying miracles, signs, wonders. These lying miracles are through technology, which had power to do in the sight of the beast, which is what? What's the beast? We've talked the dragon, the serpent, which is the system, which is NATO, which is the EU, right? America. And it says, check this out, and they should make an image of the beast which had the wound with the sword and did live. It says had the wound. So when did it have the wound? During the Roman Empire. Because you had the Roman Empire and you had the Holy Roman Empire that our people took over. And it says Baba Kashar. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. That the image of the beast should both speak. So it's speaking right now. Through your legislators and your rulers. And cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So right now, they're going to start getting rid of the undesirables. Those that are not bowing down, some of them are going to be killed for not bowing down to the beast. So this is where you have your programming, which we're going to get into that, right? But let's stay on this for right now. And he calls if all, both small, great, rich, poor, free, bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Excuse me just a minute. I know this is a bit messed up. Free, bond, rich to receive a mark in their forehead. This is the mark. This is the mark. You see this right here? This is the mark right here. The size of a grain of rice. It's got a tissue bonding cap. Right? And in this tissue bonding cap, you know what it has? It has a sealed glass capsule containing the RFID circuitry. Right? The plastic is designed to bond with human tissue and prevent the capsule from moving around once it has been implanted. And inside of it also, it has an antenna, right? Because you need an antenna because that's how it's picking up on frequencies. And this is the end goal. And it's got the chip, which that's how they're able to identify everything. And this is going to give off a 120-bit signal. And the bits are represented by change in the amplitude, how to high, high to low, analysis, and so forth. That's the end goal. And we're seeing this today. This is why a lot of things are synchronized. This is why people say things, and it's like, well, why are they saying that? It's all part of the program. It's all part of an agenda. Come on. Come on. They don't want you to know about these things. Come on now. And you're going to call us mad. No, you're flipping mad. Because you believe in the BS that they feed you. When is anyone going to start thinking outside of the norms of this, what you see? Unbelievable, man. You're the problem. Because you believe in the BS that you're being fed. Are we all programmed to a certain extent? Yeah, of course. But there's levels to it. And he calls us all to worship, to receive the mark in the right hand. Look up that word mark is charagma in the Greek. It says incision, it says imprint, it says stamp. It's a stamp, it's a branding. What do you do when you have if you have property? If you have, all right, let's say you're selling something in a store. You put your mark on it to label it's your brand, so people know it's your brand. So it's a branding. You have the rulers of society, they want to brand you like a horse. They don't see you as free, they see you as their property. No, I own you. All right, so lucky my eyes went big there. Because they're using this thing, they're using this technology on everyone. They don't want you to know this. And it says Baba Kasha, and no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark or in the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you can't buy. You're going to be labeled void. You have to pay attention. Does it feel like you're traveling and people are trying to push you out of society? Does it feel like that? Does it feel like, yeah, because listen, there's an agenda. That's the agenda. And if you don't fit into that, well, there's no use of you. You're useless. Come on, man. You're useless. So we went to that now. We're going to get some other scriptures because I want to let the scriptures talk, but we're going to get into the tech side, the techie side of it. And what these people are doing. Parking up in vans, man. And be careful as well. Make sure you're emotionally stable because you got people that park up in vans and that are trying to get a reading of your frequency, reading of your brain. This is real. This ain't something we're making up. Trying to give people fake heart attacks, induce fake heart attacks. You fucking idiots. Right? So you got the mark of the beast. Right? And we're going to go into everything else as well. We've got Ephesians. And these waves that they use. We're going to go into Ephesians now. So how would this thing get implemented? Through your rulers. We're going to go to Ephesians 2. I just thought I'd switch it up today. So this is Ephesians 2. Okay? And we can start at 2. Where in time past you walked according. This is deep stuff. I know I bring this up a lot. In time past, us walked according to the course of this world. What's the course of this world? The pattern. So we were once walking according to the pattern of this world. Right? That's what the course is a cycle. According to the prince of the power of the air. Right? But now we're not. And prince and power of the air. Let's type this in. Actually, let's write it in Slack here. Prince and power of the air. So mark of the beast. Excuse me. Let me get some more lighting on this. Excuse me just a minute. prince and power. So prince, power of air. And who's the prince and power of the air? What does prince mean? Right? Prince is lower than a king, right? It says prince and power of the air. So ruler of the air. Satan is the ruler of the air. It's all connected. And when you look up the word air, I looked it up in the Greek. I forgot the Greek word for it, but it said lower atmosphere. So let's lower atmosphere. Atmosphere. Oops. Lower atmosphere. So he's the ruler of the lower atmosphere. So what does this mean then? This means people can be programmed through the lower atmosphere in the cloud region, right? Which there is, if you believe it or not, there was 60 million funding that went into the British, I believe it was military, for these drones, right? To map out people's brains and to hit people with signals for programming. And it's called neuro-linguistic programming. But key thing with the prince and power of the air, right? So the prince and power of the air is also Satan. So Satan has ruled over the airwaves, and every single one of your radio stations, he can manipulate that frequency and people, right? The airwaves, and you have different waves. Okay, I hope I'm not going too far. I want to slow down. Bear me just a minute, right? I hope I'm not going too deep. All right. So this is what he does. He manipulates the airwaves. This is what he does, right? And there's different waves. There's gamma. Gamma's 32 hertz to 100 hertz. Heightened perception. So gamma is for heightened perception. For you to be paranoid, schizophrenic. These are waves. The programming is through Satan. Satan deals with programming. Okay. So the gamma is heightened perception, learning problems, right? Beta is 13 to 32 Hz, which is awake, alert, Babaka shot. Alpha is 8 to 13 Hertz, Hz, physically, emotionally relaxed. So they can send, when you're watching TV, when you're watching TV, it has 32 to 34 Hertz. That's enough to program your mind. Because TV is another form of programming, right? And theta is 4.28 hertz for creativity, insight, delta for deep dreams, loss of bodily awareness. So what they've done, what they're not telling you, what they've done, security industries which have merged with the military, they're the ones, of course, bro, this is power. If you know about this technology and you have it in your hands, you could change the way people feel and think. And you can also create diseases. Example, say if there's a horse race, right? Say if there's a horse race, right? You got, they call you that, the royal ascots. And you're betting on a horse. Guess what you could do? Let me use this frequency to hit this horse in the leg, to maim their leg, right? And the bet, someone's betted on that horse, right? On another win. That horse loses because you've used this particular technology. Bro, there's big money in this. Big. But you just have to understand how technology works. You can manipulate consciousness with this technology. And this is all scriptural because we read Revelations 13 and 16. He maketh all to worship except from the elect. So they're using all these different frequencies, man. And that's why, in order to understand your so-called gang stalking program, you have to understand this because it's technology that's running that. Facts. It's technology that's running that through an app. through frequencies. Have you seen people? I've seen people walking around looking at their phone. It's like, yeah, follow it, go there, go there. That's all a form of programming. This is very real. You don't need to believe it, but I'm backing it up with the scriptures because Satan is the prince. Let's go back to it. And power of the air waves. So he uses different waves, radio frequencies, right? There's different ones. There's ELF, there's gamma. We go into all that. And this is how your programming gets done. There's beta programming, which is another form of MK Ultra, right? And so forth. Okay, this is very, very, very real stuff, right? And yeah, I've always told you these devices that you're using, what they've done, they've weaponized them against you. That's why you already have a foot up. If you know about this, you know. A TV. What did people used to do before there was a TV? Even though there's always been this technology, even 2000 years, but what did people used to do? They used to go out, they used to speak with each other, right? Not no more. Now you have a TV programming these people, man. That's why you have a thing called media, which from mediums. So bear me just a minute. Let's finish off on this. Ephesians 2:2. The prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. So this is a spirit. This is a spirit. Also go into that Satan. Spirit. Okay. Spirit that is floating about in the atmosphere. Influence is like a influences people's thoughts. If you could see, if our eyes were open to the spiritual realm, you would be able to, and it says the children of disobedience. And the children just, it could be man, woman, but they're seen as children of disobedience. So these are the spirits that are leading these people to do what they do, right? To be disobedient. Okay, through influence, because if they don't have the Lord Jehovah Shai, then they have no protection against these spirits that are floating about in the atmosphere through wireless, through data systems. Yeah, they're doing that. They can collect data, right? You heard of a thing called clouds? Why do you think they call it iCloud? Because it's collecting right info. Satan can't be everywhere. So how does he know about you? Through data. Then they gather all your data and they collect that and they gather it in a data center. And this is how a lot of people get trapped and put on a list. Whew. We're gonna brush this off because I want to go into more. It's all programming. All programming, man. You understand? Hope you're being edified. All programming is all a part of an agenda. What they've done, they've weaponized it. Nothing's wrong with technology, but when it's in the wrong hands of people, when it's in the hands of psychopaths, they take it to the extreme. And that's why you have algorithm. All right? So with this, hold on just a minute. I want to make sure I've got everything on deck. So we're also going to go to Romans. And we're also going to go to Matthew 24. I'm just flowing with the spirit right now. I wanted to try something different today. Matthew 24. All right, we've got Matthew 24 and this is 24. For there shall rise false Christs and false prophets and shall show great signs, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. So them great signs, how would that be done? Through technology. Behold, I have told you before, wherefore I say unto you, behold, he is in the deserts. Go not forth, behold, he is in the secret chambers. Believe it not. So they're going to start telling you to go places. Oh, the Messiah's here, the Messiah's there. You remember a projector? Remember in school, I don't know if you had them in school, I had them in school. You had projectors they would put on the wall and you could project that image. You know they can do that today. They can project the image in the sky. Right? They call it HARP, they call it DARPA. They can do that. Right? They can do that. Okay, lying wonders, right? With this technology. And what they're trying to do as well today, they're trying to break the sound barrier as well, to open up portals upon earth to get more demons in. This man is a mad scientist, bro. I'm telling you. Hey, bro, these are mad scientists. Esau is a mad scientist. Right? So they're looking to deceive us. But anyway, what am I going to go into now? You got the whole gang stalking thing. You know what? Let's write that. Gang stalking. Might as well go into it. Stalking. Gang stalk. Why do they do that? People do it for various reasons, but what's controlling these people? Satan, which we went into. It's a prince and power of the air, right? Their influence. Gang stalkers under heavy. They're very demonic. They're under demonic influence, right? They got demons in their air telling them to do these things. Okay, that's why we got to be grateful that the Lord has delivered us from these things, right? Because we know everything is energy. So what they try to do, they try to use energy and attack your senses. And we might as well go into this as well. Psalm 64, they inquire a diligent search. The heart of every one of them is fat. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. You know, all this that's going on is called linguistic we put program. Neuro-linguistic program. So the neuro deals with your mind, right? You got neurons within your brain, right? And when you have the cerebral cortex and different sides of your brain, you got the left side, you got the right side that's for thinking and so forth, and the left side for processing, right? So these people don't think this ain't happening. You're actually being studied as well. Believe it, right? That's why I say, when some of these, not helicopters, when some of these planes go past and these drones, they're actually trying to monitor your brainwaves and your thinking, and they're trying to relay a message. Okay? Some will call it the metaverse. So just know there is scientists and people that working in labs trying to get a study of you, because there's so many key players in this. The psychiatrists are involved in this program. Yeah, psychiatrists, doctors, hospitals, they're all involved. This is big money. But this is where it can get dangerous, because this is where you get the trafficking, right? This is where you get human trafficking, because you shouldn't be using any technology on anyone or seeing how their heart or their mind pumps or whatever. You shouldn't be doing that. So this can fall into the terms of trafficking and racketeering if you're not careful. And they're all involved, right? That's why I always say, when you're dealing with spiritual warfare, do not go to a psychiatrist. Don't go to no psychiatrist. Unless it's a really, 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 really trusted one. But I wouldn't advise you to go to no psychiatrist, because they're a part of the program. And definitely don't go to them and tell them you're being stalked, because they'll laugh their heads off, because they're a part of that program. There's many people involved in this program. But that's why you have to expose it. Okay. I'm just thinking, there's so much stuff on my mind right now. So we went into that. It's Mark of the Beast system, the prince and power of the air, which is working under the children of disobedience. That's why you have a hive mind. And that's why these people stalk, because they're under the hive mind. They're of the world. So therefore, they do what the world does. They stalk. Okay. I see them as NPCs, non-player characters. They're non-player characters. In other words, they're not conscious. The only thing they're conscious to is stimuli. Excuse me just a minute. Stimuli. Just delete this. Salakia, it's just because this ain't a big ball, I have to keep rubbing it off. So remember, you got to know all their tactics, and I know this because these tactics have been used on me, and they will also use a lighting system as well: red, blue, green, which is kind of occultic. They will try to use a lighting system on you as well, but this one thing at a time. One thing at a time. So what was I talking about? Babaka Shah. Shit, I forgot now. You see what I'm saying? See, that's that programming. Have you ever watched that program, The Men in Black? Here comes the Men in Black. Galaxy Defenders. The Men in Black, they were agents. They were Galaxy Defenders upholding the system, right? And that Will Smith song, what did he say? And don't be talking about things that you have not seen. Yeah, their whole thing is the agents. Their whole thing is to discredit you. They were agents. So they also use light systems and torches, right? And bright lights to take away your memory. Lighting system, which is neuro-linguistic programming, hypnotism. All these things. Hypnosis. Hypnosis. So hypnosis is when you're in a sleeping beta state. So when do they use this technology most? When you're sleeping, when you're tired, because you're more susceptible to suggestive thinking when you're in a sleeping state, right? And hypnosis doesn't work if you don't comply with hypnosis. It only works if you agree to it. That's why a magician says you have to put your head up and believe what I'm saying is true. Close your eyes and believe what I'm saying is true. Hypnosis doesn't work unless you consent to it. So that's a good thing, right? And what else was I going into? So we went into hypnosis. And have you ever wondered why you could be walking somewhere, you could be in your house, and you have a car that passes by, they might do the honking. You might have honking. We put in noise campaign. Why are people paid to do noise campaigns? Because what's a noise campaign is frequency. See, this is the devil's tactics. These are all the devil's tactics. Noise campaign is frequencies, right? So why would someone amp up a noise campaign? Frequency. Why? To cause stimuli. Stay with me here. Stimuli. What's stimuli? It creates a stimulus, right? To mess with your mind or your body system. So people are doing this. They're doing these type of things, man. You may have an ambulance, right? On purpose, just ringing them horns. Sometimes that sound, it brings frightening to people. It makes people feel frightening. It makes them feel anxious. What's going on? Oh, ambulance sirens. These are all tactics of the enemy. And Satan, he thrives off negative energy, by the way. So frequency, noise campaigns causes frequencies. Frequency causes stimuli. And the stimuli is supposed to stimulate your mind. All right? And so forth. And this definitely happens to brothers because we're in the truth. So they're going to try to use noise campaigns to stimulate your mind. Okay, that's why you got to be focused on the truth. Right? Full stimuli. All right? And so forth. And this stimuli, it attacks putting your nervous system. So a lot of the time, you even have the revving of cars, nervous system. When people rev their cars, yeah, I've heard people say, well, what is it for? It's to get your attention. No, it's to mess with your nervous system. It's to mess with your nervous system, to make you feel anxious. And they don't just, remember, they've been told to do this, but they've been told to do it next to some type of cell tower. Because if there's a cell tower next to it, that cell tower will vibrate. If you have 5G and it's on, it will vibrate through that revving, and the 5G system picks up on that, and it vibrates, and you have your nervous system being attacked through false stimuli, straight out of a military playbook. Okay, let me slow it down. Hey, let me slow this down. What else should we get? So I hope you're being edified. I hope I'm not putting too much on you, but this is showing you the spiritual side of when you're thinking about technology, people, science, new age, none of this is all biblical. We're living, you watch The Matrix, right? The man Neo had wires in his back as a baby. You saw the starting of it. Everybody had wires in their back. It was a programming. That's what it was. So you wake up to all this stuff, and I want to go to Romans as well. We go to Romans. If you listen, if you know about this technology, that puts you in front of these people that are using it, because most people, they don't know about these things. Go to Romans 12 and 2, and be not conformed to this world. Excuse me just a minute. So we went into this now. Mark of the beast, hypnosis, noise campaigns, frequency, stimuli to attack your nervous system and to make you anxious, and they can create paranoia. They can create these things through sound, through noise. Okay? That's where you have to have control of your spirit and your body. Rub this out now. Get back into these scriptures. And that's why when you go out, what are you going to see? People walking around like zombies. Because they fell victim to this without even realizing it. I'm here to let you know, well, this is what's going on. Okay. Pick a pill, Neo. Red pill or the blue pill. You pick. So, when we go to Romans 12, it says, Babakashan, be not conformed to this world. Conform, con means joint with this world. You don't be conformed. Now, we have to pay bills. We have to go places. You have to work. You have to do this. But you're not giving your whole body, your whole soul to the whole world. Okay? But be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Transformed. Trans means change. Formed by the renewing. Here we go. Renewing. All right, let's take this off here as well. Now for the pieces, and we covered that. So, I've heard people, you give the devil too much credit. Now, Satan, yeah, he uses these programs to control people. Can you break manipulation and control? And of course, mind control. Because if you're in the Lord, you have a shy. You're not under no bloody demonic ass mind control, because you're in the Lord. That's why it says be transformed by the renewing of mind. So, according to the scriptures, Paul said you can renew your mind. And your mind is your thought process and how you perceive the world and everything around you. You can do that through the scriptures. The renewing of your mind. You do know you can renew your brain cells, right, in different ways by doing crosswords, reading, jigsaw puzzles. Main thing is reading the scriptures. That's how you renew your mind, through reading scripture and applying. That's how you do it. So renew your minds. What else is there? That you may prove what is good and acceptable the will of the Heavenly Father. So yeah, of course, The people get very upset at you because now you've renewed your mind, and now the veil. Whew, excuse me, just a minute. Type in veil. What type of veil? Right veil. What am I talking about? Right in veil. Now that veil has been removed from our eyes. What's that veil? That veil was the curtains that were put over our eyes. The curtains. This society, there's one big veil over the eyes of the masses. So once you renew your mind, that veil gets removed. The blindness. Now you're able to see. Now you're able to see the inconsistencies within this system, and you're able to see what else? Certain patterns and synchronicity. Synchronicities. So the synchronicities, you might step outside your house, then you see another neighbor step outside the same time. Maybe 3, maybe 4 of them, maybe 10 of them. You may go to the store. Example today, before I done this video, got up, went to the store. You already had people walking in that same store, right? Trying to get, that's all. Listen, they're all conditioned. That doesn't mean you're programmed. It means they are, right? They're getting their orders from Satan. So these are the synchronicities. Traffic, all synchronized. Your traffic, that's all set up. That's all planned. They plan the traffic. You know they can change the traffic lights anytime, right? Speed it up, put it faster, speed it. They control that. It's all rigged. You're gonna find out this whole system is rigged. The only thing that's gonna stand is Yahweh Shai. That's why you need to renew your mind so you're able to see these things. Therefore, you're not easily manipulated by the wiles of the devil. And he's gonna use all these things I'm talking about. That's his wiles. For we are not ignorant. Satan, in Corinthians, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, lest we forgot how it goes. For we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, lest he should get one over on us or something like that. So he can get one over on you if you're ignorant to his devices. And most people are. And really what I'm going to say is you have to accept that no matter what you do, you are being monitored. Bro, your fridge, I got a fridge here. Your fridge has got a sensor on it. Your fridge has got sensors, temperature, everything. Is the food cold? Is it hot? It's got sensors, so they can tap into that. They can tap into that, find out what you're doing. Yeah, through a sensor, what food you're eating, right? Bro, we're living in a new time now, isn't it? The age of information and technology. But guess what? There's a saying: you control the technology. The technology is not supposed to control you. Simple as that. And I know another thing as well. I need to take it easy with this technology. I think I need to give it a break. I might have to do that. But yeah, this is the system, innit? This is how it runs through synchronization. All right, through that's it. Synchronizations basically time, because Satan in this kingdom he deals with timing. All right, timing, conditioning. What time do you pick up the children at school? 9 o'clock. Is it 9 o'clock? I don't know. 9 o'clock. Right, so you probably wake up at you probably wake up for work 7, 6 o'clock. Programming. You probably take the children to school, Salakia, at 9 o'clock. That's programming. What time do you pick them up? 3 o'clock. That's being designed for you to do. That's programming, timing. It's like, but when you're not doing that, it's like what you're able to see. What time do you have dinner? 6 o'clock, right? Some of you 7 o'clock. So, but I don't. With me, it varies. 6 o'clock. Why? Because you've been taught to. Oh, we're gonna have dinner time at 6. Who taught you that? What time do you watch the news? 6 o'clock. Bro, this is all witchcraft. This is what you've been told to do. You've been told how to think. What time do you take your lunch break? 1 o'clock. You've been told to think like that. That's why you got to watch out for people that are too conditioned. We're all under some type of program, but you got to watch out for those that are too conditioned, that can't think for themselves, because they are a danger to us. Oh man, baby. Hey, this is a lot of stuff. I just hope you're being edified. So the renewing of minds is through reading the scriptures. You read the scriptures, man, and you're able to see the inconsistencies within this kingdom. And the veil gets removed from your eyes, and you can see the synchronicities and so forth. John 8:32, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. I'm telling you, this is heavy, heavy stuff. You're not gonna get this in schools, bro. Everything I learned in school, bro, was nothing compared to what I learned now. Like, this is the scriptures teach you everything you need to know about life, everything. How to deal with people, how to govern your house, how to govern a kingdom, how to deal with women, everything. Financial, everything you need is in the scriptures. How to deal with your brother, everything. All right? So you know what? I want to shut off here because I know it was a lot. And I really, really hope this was edifying. Just so something a little different. I want to switch it up. I want to change it up. I want to be a bit spicy. Add a bit of spice to my lessons. So Lord, when this was edifying, and to Wadi Yahweh by Sham Yahweh Shai for giving me the spirit to be able to bring this out. And until the next time, Shalom. Shalom.